Hello everyone and welcome back. It's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and this is a Summon Showcase review. This is for the Dragon Special on April 12th or 11th, depending on your time zone when it released. Should you pull on this Summon Showcase? Well, the short answer is yes and no at the same time. Now, what I mean by this is if you're a newer player, this could be really useful to summon on. However, if you're not newer, if you've been playing for a while, if you're able to do the high dragon trials, I would recommend you to not pull on this banner. Now, why do I say that? Well, let's first of all take a look at the appearance rates, and also I'm not going to take a look at the news, but if you have looked at the news, there are going to be summon changes coming soon, including Wurmprints no longer being in the summoning pool, which means you'll have a higher likelihood of getting adventurers and dragons in the future. So it's not going to be important to get Wurmprints at all ever. It never really is, but now there's literally no reason to summon for Wurmprints. And you will be getting more dragons and more adventurers. Now whenever your pity break resets, it'll be because of an adventurer or a dragon. So that is going to change up things drastically. So you will be getting dragons a lot more often than you currently are getting dragons at. So first of all, let's take a look at the 5-star rarities, the appearance rates. So 5-star appearance rates, adventurers are 0.5. The summoned featured adventurer is Zainfried, and dragons 1.5 since there's 3 of them, being Cupid, and we'll see the rest later. It's Cupid, Leviathan, and Garuda. Then for the normal, it's 0.5 normal adventurers, 0.5 normal Wurmprints, and 1% normal dragons, which means you have a total 2.5% to get a dragon and 1% to get an adventure, with only a 0.5% to get a Wurmprint as your 5-star, which is, I think, the lowest odds we ever had at getting Wurmprint, maybe tied with the lowest odds, which is very, very nice since people don't like Wurmprints, and there's really no reason to summon for them now with the new news. Really nice odd at getting a dragon at 2.5 also. But like I said, you'll be getting dragons so much more often with the update coming out. So like I was saying, Zainfried is summoned on the summon rate increase, along with Leviathan, Garuda, and Cupid. And so also as 4-stars, I believe Thaniel, Thaniel, and 4-star dragons are Polyahu, Rock, and Lindworm. So you should not be summoning for the 4-stars. Of course, you can get the 4-stars as you're summoning, which is nice, but you should not summon for the 4-stars. They are good though. Like I said, Lindworm probably won't be useful for endgame content, but it is nice to have a max unbinded Lindworm while you're waiting for a max unbind Cupid or something. Max unbind Rock may be useful for High Mercury, but we don't know if it is or isn't yet, so I would not recommend using your stones on him or whatever. Then there is Polyahu, which can be useful on Thaniel if you max unbind him. He can be used. It is budget, but he can be used. So that is a thing. Now, like I was saying, if you are wondering whether to summon on this, if you're a newer player and you want to be able to do High Brunhilde, this would be a good summon showcase to summon on, as well as High Mercury, because you would be able to get Garuda, and you probably don't need to max unbind Garuda to be able to use Lowen. However, a max unbinded Strybog would be better than Garuda, which is really unfortunate. That's a thing, because I do not recommend using stones on Garuda, since a max unbinded Strybog can likely be used. Like I said, it hasn't been released yet, but the odds are it can be used. So that's the bad part about Garuda, but Cupid is amazing. I'll go over Cupid later, but first up, Leviathan. Let's talk about Leviathan. Leviathan is the best strength water dragon in the normal summoning pool at the moment. Strength up by 60%, and he has a big skill with Tidal Stream, which does insane damage and inflicts Bog, which again, Bog is not super useful in the endgame bosses since it doesn't really work. But 6-star strength is the best strength dragon in water element for the normal pool right now. Leviathan is the best water dragon at the moment for DPS. So if you want damage, if you want to use an attacking character on High Brunhilde, Leviathan would be amazing. Now, a max unbind Vodianoi does work in High Brunhilde. However, Leviathan would be a step above that. So Leviathan is an amazing pickup if you can get him. But like I said, is that worth summoning for? If you can already do High Brunhilde, do not summon for Leviathan. Do not do that if you can already do High Brunhilde. If you cannot do High Brunhilde and you need a Leviathan, then yes, summon for Leviathan on here, because this is likely going to be your best opportunity to get him for the next while. That's Leviathan. Very good dragon. Cupid, also very good dragon. Cupid skill, He restores HP to all allies and increases their critical rate by 25% for 15 seconds. So restores HP to all allies. It's not a Phoenix heal, which restores HP over time as well. It's just flat restores HP to all allies, but it's still really, really good. Along with this, light strength plus 60%. It is the best light strength dragon in the game at the moment. It's just overall, he is an amazing dragon. Only thing is, like I said, he does not have an attacking skill, so I'm not sure how useful that's going to be during high dragons, during high Zodiac, but he does heal, so it could be needed for high Zodiac. Who knows? We don't know until that's released. But like I said, right now, he is the best strength dragon for light adventurers. He will really, if you get a Cupid, I'm sure you can clear any challenge battle that needs light adventurers, since he can heal all your allies, and he's a strength dragon, which is just insanely good. Only other dragons to restore HP were I think the newly released Gold Fafnir, the newly released Water Dragon Samurg, and Phoenix. I believe those are the only ones. Maybe more, but I think it's just those ones. So healing is a very rare skill to have on a dragon, and its Cupid is just insanely good. Highly recommend going for Cupid if you don't have him, but he's not going to be useful right away. He will likely not be useful for a little bit, as we are waiting for endgame content that requires light adventurers. So like I said, right now he will not be useful, but in the future he will almost certainly be useful. And next up we have Garuda. Kind of talked about Garuda already, but she's a wind HP dragon, the only HP dragon out of these three. Skill deals wind damage. Oh, Garuda also has a HP restoring skill, but it's only to the user. Good thing that Garuda's on the showcase to remember. But yeah, it's only for the user, so it's not really useful as a healing thing, unless I guess it can be useful for challenge battles, but not really. Garuda is the best wind dragon for HP, but like I was saying earlier, so far 4-star dragons that restore HP can work in every single high dragon trial. For high Midgard Stormer, Phoenix is the recommended HP dragon, since it's only HP dragon that has the highest HP. For Flame Adventurers, and for High Brunhilde, Polyahu, it works. It's not recommended, but it works. It's only 20% HP even then, and it works. So a 60% HP is likely going to be overkill for High Mercury, which releases April 17th or 18th, depending on time zone. It'll likely be overkill, and Strybog will work just fine, but we won't know until it's released, especially since Lowen is such a great healer. Strybog will likely work just fine, and it won't put too much strain on the rest of the team, because as with High Brunhilde, if your healer is running Polyahu, you really can't get hit too often, since his heals are much lower than a Poseidon one with 30% HP, it's a 10% difference, or even Simurg now, which grants 40% HP, I believe. So it puts a lot of strain on the rest of the team, but Lowen is such a great healer that it probably won't put too much strain on the rest of the team running a Strybog. So Garuda is probably not useful for summoning, not worth summoning for at all. But the other two, highly, highly, highly recommend getting them if you don't already have them. But like I said, Cupid will not be useful right away. Leviathan will, though, however. But Leviathan, you can still clear High Brunhilde's trial with a Vodianoid. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Next up, Zainfried. Zainfried, I'm not going to really discuss him too much since he's an old adventurer, but he is useful for High Brunhilde, and I think he's needed on every single team. Maybe not if you're using a defense code ability, but he's pretty much used on every single clear of High Brunhilde, so he's highly, highly recommended to get him. You can even run multiple Zainfrieds in your High Brunhilde team, and you can still clear it easily. So highly recommend Zainfried. He's a great adventurer. Not going to be too useful for challenge battles, but he will still probably get the clear on them. Xander is definitely better for challenge battles, but he is good for High Brunhilde. He's great for High Brunhilde and needed for High Brunhilde. Great adventure, great abilities, great skills, and like I said, he's a great adventure, really good. But he's not what you should summon for on the showcase, unless you don't have any other water adventurer for High Brunhilde. Then I guess he can be useful, but if you don't have an adventurer for High Brunhilde, do you have a dragon for High Brunhilde? So like I said, it's really just useful for newer players who are unable to complete High Brunhilde. There's really nothing for High Midgard Stormer on this one. It's really just for High Brunhilde. So if you're looking to complete High Brunhilde, you can summon on this. However, I would not recommend summoning on the showcase unless you need both Leviathan and Cupid. and you would be okay with Garuda, then I would say go ahead summon. But if you're only looking for Leviathan and keep it again, that's okay. You can still summon on this. This is probably going to be your best chance to get either of those two. Along with Zanefried if you're looking for him, or Garuda if you're looking for her. If any of these adventurers or dragons are your waifus, husbandas, whatever, go for it by all means. You know, I can't stop you. The game's meant to be fun, so if you want to summon them, go for it. Go ahead and summon them. But this is just my opinion. I do not think you should summon on this overall, unless you're a newer player and you are looking to clear Hybrid and Hilda. That's really the main reason you should summon on this showcase. That's going to be everything. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Should you summon? Should you not summon? Is there anything I missed? Anything I got wrong? Etc. Etc. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I will put a 5-star ticket poll I did the other day at the end of this video, so you can enjoy that just as a thanks for watching till the end. And that'll be everything. Hope you guys are looking forward to the new summoning changes. It's definitely very impactful. I could make a video on that. If anyone wants to see that, just, you know, let me know. That's everything. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.